What is up, guys? Postmodern Serial here, bringing you my continued summons for legendary Lucina. If you guys couldn't tell by the last video, I have been trying to get as many merges on her as possible, since this is her only her second appearance on legendary banners. She and Tiki share an interesting fate of being spaced months apart. Granted, a lot of the heroes when they're first introduced, don't get reruns right away. But man, does it feel like an eternity waiting for that unit that you really want. Even though they're guaranteed, and then we know the return, it still feels like a really long time. Got pretty unlucky in my last one, just straight Cordelias with free-to-play orbs. I'm using small amount of purchase orbs on this one. I probably will do a much more massive purchase as the banner gets closer to ending. Someone's gonna meme that because there's like 11 hours left. So how much closer can we get? But probably in the midday. We'll see how that goes. If I pull the necessary merges off of these small amounts, which is unlikely, granted, then I could probably stop before making the big video. But probably going to be a part 2 to this one, or part 3, I guess. Getting a whole lot of nothing. These legendary banners, man, they are messed up. Like, I love the idea of a select few units, but the fact that you can just get pity broken over and over by the same couple of units before getting the one copy you want of the 3, it's just so messed up, man. It is messed up. Alright, we got a Laszlo. Speaking of messed up, I'm just kidding. He's just a little weird. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what banners we get after this. It's still pretty early in the month, and winter's around the corner. We're probably going to get some kind of awesome banner. I know a lot of people are already like kind of cringing at what we might get. Oh, speaking of cringing at what we might get. Hello, Hector. Oh, man. Well, Cordelia... This is a little bit better than Cordelia, at least. She was our pity breaker last time. This time I was looking at Hector. At least is a pretty solid unit and has Bold Fighter, if we're so inclined. I might keep him, I don't know. Bold Fighter it's still a really good skill, but I feel like it's falling out of favor a bit, especially with like Special Fighter being a thing, and a lot of people having a Bold Fighter-like ability in their weapon. Like Halloween Myrrh has a follow-up in her weapon. Ephraim does. Special Fighter is looking like the new premium skill. So yeah, man, running a little low on orbs, so we're probably gonna have to do that second part. If I could get at least one Lucina, that'd be great. If we could plus 10 her, that'd be even better. But yeah, these banners are the kind of banners where you spend literal hundreds of orbs and only get like a 1 copy of the legendary hero you're looking for. It just makes things so rough, man. So freaking rough. Silas, very nice. Even Speedwave is a little weird. I would have liked him to have odd Speedwave, but what can you do, right?
Bonus round.
Alright guys, we're back with a nice chunk of purchase orbs. Really hoping this goes better than our free-to-play summons in the past. I know it's mostly a joke that I put cursed free-to-play orbs, but man, it really felt like it that last time around. It was not fun. Saving was kind of cool, I'll admit. Saving orbs was an interesting experience. It's been pretty fun, not gonna lie. Because, realizing that you don't have to summon for everything is pretty nice. I know that's a common argument for a lot of people, that there's too many banners, not enough orbs, but realistically, I don't think anyone's supposed to summon for everything. Just like how you don't go to like an electronics store expecting to buy everything unless you're like loaded. Because in the end of the day, this is kind of like a store in a way, like a worse store, a loot box store, where you don't even know what you're buying. You're just hoping to get something. Yeah. Speaking of hoping to get something, why can't we get a Lucina? Oh man, come on. And we can't even get a blue orb. Oh my goodness. That's a whole lot worse. You might see me pull red here and there. I don't know what the logic is there. I don't have a Harid. He'd be cool to have, I guess. I don't really know. There's nothing else I would really want in this. yeah, red is just a good color, I guess, if I don't get blue. Another 3-star. Man, Florina is becoming like little too friendly in the summoning circle. Let's see if we can get anything a little bit better. And oh my gosh, what pity break? I don't know how high my pity break counter is on this banner. That's 2 Cordelias, 1 Hector, and another Cordelia. Oh, I'm not even. Yeah, I mean, she's great. I love Cordelia. And if I was summoning on the summer banner, I'd be pretty excited, but I'm not on the summer banner. I'm on the legendary banner, and I want a Lucina. Oh, not 3 or 4 Cordelias and a Hector. All right, I'm getting Donald. Poor Donald. He was so cool at launch. No, not so much. I mean, he's still kind of an interesting unit. He's got a great stat line, but I don't know anyone who really builds him at least as much anymore. And there it is. There it is, finally. It only took 2 Cordelia, 3 Cordelia, 1 Hector, and almost over 200 orbs to get our first copy of Legendary Lucina on this banner. Man, that is not cool. Not cool at all. But I mean, I'm glad I got her, but geez. I'm not really sure what her IVs are. I already have a minus HP plus speed. I really like that one a lot because minus HP plus speed lets you get into Desperation a lot sooner, especially if you're playing like Fury Desperation. It's a really brain dead way to play Lucina. You can play her a lot more fun. You can use like close counter, like attack defense link, close defense, make her like super tanky and cool. You can also play like the Swift Sparrow or Life and Death, Hyper, Player Phase Engine. And you can go Furies for the safe Desperation proc, and a little bit of bulk. That's the one I'll probably be using for PvE. For Arena, probably switch over to close counter and some kind of silly build like that. Yeah, I like that she's kind of versatile for a bow unit. Not quite like as player phasey as like Faye or Jacob, but you know, she can still do some cool stuff, and it'll be fun to make some not so good builds for her, just to try them out in a video maybe down the road, if I can finish her. Gwendy, the best girl. Gwendy's the best girl, aside from Lucina and a few other of the best girls like Erica, La Rochelle. I should really make a best girl video, huh? That'd be fun. I feel like a lot of people would submit their own lists, and that'd be fun to see too. Well, let me know if you guys want that video in the description, if you're even watching this video. I know that summon videos can be a little bit harder to get through because sometimes it can be pretty long. I know some people who just like skip to the 5 stars, which is intentionally why I don't put the, you know, the little 5-star counter, because it's a little messed up to come. Oh, come on. And interrupting my point about skipping to the 5 stars. Another Hector. I mean, I'm a little bit less salty because we got the one Lucina, but I mean, it could have been a Cordelia. That would have been way worse. It could have been a Lucina. Heck, man. And even res wave just doesn't give me a lot to play with because it's not odd res wave. I feel like the wave skills are on their way out. Like, they're pretty good, but there's too many panic things running around, especially like Aether Raids has like panic. I think in a structure, and then panic ploy is a good thing. Like the wave skills, they were an improvement on the tactic skills, but I think visible buffs need a buff, if that makes sense, like some anti-panic. I know panic ploy is there to balance out visible buffs, but we now need a counter to that because it's getting ridiculous. Like, the game punishes you for trying to run, you know, buff skills that aren't in combat. I think that's a little messed up. Oh, going back to the original point about like watching the whole video, I know it's like weird. I know you guys can watch however you want, you know, it's YouTube, watch whatever, however, but it always helps us out to get watch time and retention. So, especially for these summon videos, I know the drive is to want to skip around, and you know, you're more than welcome to do so. But it really helps out if you guys keep watching the whole thing. Boost analytics and all this other jazz. But anyway, Effie, aww. She was so good in the past. I mean, she's still great. I made a point of using Effie and Hardin as my example in my power creep video. How they can still be pretty like comparable. Granted, Hardin is gonna, you know, do some things that Effie can't, but for the most part, you might not be able to tell the difference if you build them correctly. So that's always what I've liked about this game, is that as bad as it gets, skill inheritance and good building can make older units, I think, still shine. I remember Omni H, I think he still does his Setsuna destroys an Abyssal or an Infernal or something like that, and she's a unit that's been out for forever, and she's, you know, just a bow unit, and none of the dancers he has are OP or anything, they're just Olivia's. So I think that shows you that like a good build and decent strategy can just outwin any form of power creep. Granted, it doesn't stop you from hitting, like, there are paywalls in this game that'll completely shut you down. It's partially the reason why I'm summoning for Lucina. She is a legendary hero. She does give you a boost. So there's certain modes that don't let you, you can be good at them, but like Arena won't care about how skilled you are. Arena wants you to spend those big bucks to get the merges and the blessings. Aether Raids is looking like the mode where it's kind of skilled, I want to say, but it's also luck, because apparently you lose lift in your defense, and the AI, from what I've seen in my replays, is just god awful. So yeah, I think the game lacks for like skilled play, and Aether Raids is closer, definitely closer to what it should be, but I feel like it's going to degenerate because a lot of it is just bow, horse, cavalry. Granted, those teams aren't hard to beat on offense, but I remember the argument being that we need variety and skill, and I think maybe Aether Raids handles skill a little bit, definitely puts you on the clock, puts more pressure on you to do better, but I don't know about if it's exactly the mode we wanted. It definitely needs some improvement, so I'm hoping they do some cool stuff with it down the road, because it's supposed to be our anti-arena, or at least that's what we think it is right now. So that'd be kind of cool. I haven't played much of the mode myself, but I plan on doing so. I know that it takes a lot of Aether to play every match, and I haven't really done any of that or any content on it really, despite having bonus allies and a pretty good raiding team. So I'll start doing those. If you guys want to see my replays, both wins and losses, I guess let me know in the chat. I can always put those up. Those sound like a lot of fun, honestly, just to see how my AI somehow miraculously pulled together a win, but also like completely gave away the game in other matches. So that'll be kind of fun. I'm excited. I don't know why. I feel like this little break from Heroes is exactly what I needed, and this Hector is not exactly what I needed. I don't know. I feel like a weird like invigoration to do this. I'm making more videos. I'm summoning for units that I like again. Yeah, November was just a weird month, and I think I had like Heroes fatigue. So who knows when the next break will be, but for now I think I'm good. I'm gonna keep making content. And another Hector. Holy Crushing channel. Wow, that was really random. I guess I should have gone for Hector this whole time. Well, looks like that ends our Lucina journey. I might do a few more summons off screen. I will definitely probably post an update on how many merges I got down the road. Thank you guys for watching.